The two ordinary hosts of this podcast are not professionals on parapsychology, extraterrestrials, cryptozoology, nor would they describe themselves as religious or prone to superstition. They'd also like to make it known that this show is not intended for children or those with sensitive sensibilities. Please listen at your own discretion. And remember, the truth is often anecdotal.
Hello, listeners. I am Mr. R.
And I'm Mr. X.
A paranormal dudes.
Reading paranormal stories.
Tell me, Mr. X, when was the last time you disappeared?
Oh, man. I wish I could disappear every day. The last time I disappeared, though, was probably when I moved to Philly.
Yes, I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
It was just kind of a spur of the moment. Let's go.
Yeah.
It was a good time.
Oh yeah, no, that was during COVID, so it literally felt like you just disappeared. Which was nice. And then I feel like I squandered COVID. I feel like I could have made better use of the time.
Oh, you and me both, bud. I look back on COVID like I do my teenage years.
Yeah.
God, what was I doing? Why was I wasting so much time?
I hear people complain about it all the time, and I'm like, man, that was like the best year of my life.
I could go for another one of those.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But okay, yeah, the theme this week is things that disappear. Because I looked up the word disappear, and a lot of the titles were pretty funny. And this is meant to be a comedy podcast, so...
Have you ever had anything disappear like that? Obviously, we have instances of being like, oh, I swear I put him right here.
Yeah. I have two things that disappear constantly. My glasses and my phone.
Now, glasses is kind of an Ouroboros of struggle because when you lose them, you can't find them,
see.
But they'd be easier to find if you had your glasses.
Yeah. So no, they're both easily explainable. Like one, it's not like I'm blind without my glasses, but I can't see fine details, and my glasses are transparent all the way around the frame, so they're hard to see. And then my phone is black, and so is almost every surface in my apartment. So I'll set it down, and I'm just like, where the fuck did it go? There is... One of the comments on one of these stories is also very relatable to me, but I'll wait until we get to that to go into it.
Okay.
But yeah, let's just start. I'll go ahead and go first this week. And actually, our stories are pretty short all the way around. But
yeah, honestly, that might be a good move.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes.
All right, so this first story is from the Paranormal subreddit posted 4 years ago, titled, "A full roll of toilet paper just disappeared right in front of my eyes." Flared with unexplained. "This is not a joke, and I hope this is the right sub, but I just reached up in the closet on the top shelf where we keep our extra toilet paper rolls, and there were 2 rolls left. As I grabbed one, the other fell, and I couldn't reach it fast enough, and as soon as I looked down to pick it up, it was nowhere to be found. I moved everything around there on the ground." What? "It didn't fall into any container or anything. I searched for at least 15 minutes and it is just gone. Did I open a portal, or is this something paranormal?" Hey, opening a portal would be pretty paranormal.
I didn't even question that.
I have this happen a lot. I think we all do. We drop something and it's just gone. It's never happened to me with something as big as a roll of toilet paper, but...
Right. I can't say a roll of toilet paper. I do. I immediately have a story. I was living with an ex-girlfriend of mine, and she had these massive, razor heads. It's a stupid way to say that. Women who shave their legs will know what the fuck I'm talking about, but it's these bulky-headed razors that, add cushion so you're not cutting your legs up. But it's just a little attachment. Anyway, I was taking a shower in her bathroom, and where you take showers, and I bumped into her little shower caddy that hangs off the shower head, and that enormous razor fell off and it hit the bathtub and it shattered. Right, it like the pieces fell apart, and we never found that attachment. It was gone. And she was like, "It's enormous. How did you lose it?" And I was like, "First of all, I didn't lose it, okay? I bumped into something that made it fall. It disappeared. It fell into another dimension."
I imagine the drain wasn't big enough for it to go down.
No, but that's the thing, is like, we obviously, the first question was, could it have gone down the drain? There's no chance. She shedded a lot. She was a redhead. She had so much fucking hair. So we had one of those like drain covers that caught hair. And so there's no chance it could have gone down the drain. We moved everything off of the edges, like the seats of the tub. We checked outside of the tub. Like, it was gone.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Huh.
She didn't believe me. She thought I threw it away. And I was like, why the fuck would I do that and call it, like, it's not a prank.
Hey, why would I make us go through all of this?
Yeah, and then we broke up. It had nothing to do with the razor thing, but...
I have no idea why. It's probably because I just woke up. Until you said that, thought this story was about your grandma.
No, I said I was living with an ex.
Yeah.
And you were like, idea. "Oh, they broke up. Must not have been his grandma."
Okay. I get why that thought came into my head because of this first comment here. There's a story in my family that has always scared me a bit. My grandma was crocheting a blanket in her living room one holiday with most of my family in town. Phone rings and she sets the blanket down next to her, along with the crochet hook. Answers the phone and only hears heavy breathing. And can't get anyone to talk on the other line. Hangs up, comes back to her blanket, and the crochet hook is gone. The family searched the couch, the room, the kitchen, everywhere. It straight disappeared. A few years later, family is visiting for a holiday again, and they start talking about the missing crochet hook. Right in a lull in the conversation, they hear the unmistakable sound of the metal crochet hook hitting the tile floor in the kitchen.
What?
Wherever it was, it dropped straight into the middle of the kitchen floor, feet away from any countertop.
Years later?
Yeah, years later. Okay, I like this because most of our stories are just kind of like, well, something weird happened and I went straight to Reddit. Or...
Yeah.
I guess the only example we'd have where something pops up years later was the drawer.
The drawer left on the side of the road, on the sidewalk.
Which I don't think was a glitch, but, whatever.
This, though?
Yeah, it's just kind of like
weird.
Some entity being like, well, this is mine now. And then years later being like, oh, man, I messed up. They really missed that hook. And then just drops it right back in the kitchen.
Oh, I stole a tool? That's kind of messed up of me.
The OP does respond here and says, I feel like there's a portal or something. They're really
here it is again.
Fixated on the portal. I've never had this happen until I was in this apartment. Something happened a few weeks ago with my driver's license. I had it in my money band with my 2 credit cards and some cash. It was in between the cards. I distinctly remember setting it on my desk by my keyboard before going to bed. The next day, everything is exactly as I left it, but no license between the credit cards. Searched the entire apartment, car, clothes, backpacks. It's gone. Weird place to have your driver's license in your
in between your
wallet.
Cards.
Yeah. Most things have a little window that you put it in so that you can always see it.
Right. I have a little aluminum wallet, one of those I forget what you call it, but it's tiny and it's 2 pieces of metal that have like a stretchy fabric that can separate them.
Yeah.
But it's to prevent like card scammers from like being able to walk by me and
like
pull my pin or whatever
stuff. Yeah.
But I keep my ID on the outside on a clip.
Okay. I was about to say, is there like any place to keep your ID? But all right.
Yeah.
Let's see. Next comment here. It says, this could be the jot. Just one of those things. Phenomena. It's a real thing that happens to many people and even scientists of the Society of physical research are trying to find an explanation for this. Okay. Are you looking that up?
Yeah, I am.
Let's see. There's a book about it. Jot when things disappear and come back or relocate, and why it really happens. Okay. I guess you can look up that book if you want, if you have an issue with things disappearing, like apparently Jenna does.
Yes, all the time. We had this discussion last night coming home from a New Year's Eve party.
Yeah.
I just dated this episode. But we talked about how she always loses the spare pair of scissors we have in the house. And every time she finds them, she'll put them in a new fucking place.
Yeah. Okay. So that's that's one of the things with my partner. Scissors. We had one pair of scissors that would disappear a lot, but it was mostly because one of us would use it. Wherever I would find the scissors is exactly where I would put it back. And then she would use it and then be like, where are the scissors? And I'm like, I don't know. I put it back where I find it every time. So I had to make a designated spot for the scissors. They still keep disappearing. So. Okay.
Yeah, so scissors are a big one.
Did you
yeah, I did look up Jot. So it's kind of weird because if you look up JOTT, there are a lot of uses of those letters together. I actually had to look up JOTT phenomena for this to come up. Okay. And there's a whole page reading off it's like a definition or the types that there are, like the comeback or the walkabout or the flyaway or the turn up or the windfall. There's a lot of this shit. There's a whole theory section. We're not going to get into it. But if you want to know more, look up JOTT phenomena.
Yeah. Oh, all right.
Just one of those things. I do like the way it's worded, though. It says, this could be the JOTT, which would read, this could be the just one of those things.
Yeah. Except that then they add phenomena.
I guess that reads better, huh?
Anyways, last comment on this post. Oh, actually, you know what? Before I get to the last comment, there was another comment on here that I thought about using.
Oh, a runner-up.
It was so dumb because they had a similar story. The story was almost exactly the same, except do you want to guess what the item was that they dropped and it just disappeared?
Was it like cotton candy or maybe a glass marble or something?
It was a piece of ice.
Oh, like, I see.
I'm like, okay. But yeah, they're like, yeah, I dropped a cube of ice and it just disappeared. It was too big to go under the fridge. And I'm just like, did you step in any puddles at any point after that? But
I did find a mysterious tiny pool of water.
All right, last comment for this post simply says, do you have a cat? They are well known to walk through walls and may have snatched your toilet paper to have some fun.
What?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
What? I hate that we don't read these off of Reddit anymore because
you want to see what they have to say? Hey, don't worry. This is a theme in this episode. So.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
Ophi does respond here with, I do, but she's asleep under the bed in the other room for hours. She's been asleep for hours under the bed. To which the original commenter here simply says, just what she wants you to think. So, possible cat explanation. They can walk through walls, apparently. Not in my experience, because they'll sit outside doors and just meow.
Doors are a different story. They don't understand doors. Walls, on the other hand.
I have too much stuff against my walls, I guess. I don't know.
Too many cabinets, too many pots and pans, too many decorations, treasure chests, and whatnot.
Yeah, there was actually no real... nobody could explain it, even though, I don't know, it seems like it should be explainable, but like with the razor and you,
man, I wish I could. I wish I could explain it. And like I've tried to come up with every excuse in the book, but I wanted to prove her wrong. Like I wanted to prove to her that it did fall and it disappeared, and like I found it one day, but I never did. And so like my ego was on the line and it was shattered. So like the razor, it was shattered.
Should have just bought a new one, dirtied it up a little bit, and been like, there it is. Like every sitcom ever.
Yeah. Yeah, I tried to replace it without her knowing. Hey, question. If the portal on the couch that got rid of Grandma's crochet needle,
Yeah.
what if it was bigger and it sucked down Grandma and she appeared years later from the ceiling of the kitchen?
They would have sold the house. It would have just been some random old lady popping up in some family's home being like, what the hell is going on?
I live here.
All right, let's move on to your first story.
All right, first story for me. This is called Disappearing Diner. This was posted in r/high strangeness, which I believe is a first for this show. Am I wrong?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. As of 2 years ago, it is flared under Paranormal, which is right up our alley. It goes thusly. I wanted to throw this out there, as it's something that bothers me to this day and that I'll never forget. I'll never forget.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, my family and I were traveling out west on vacation. We were really hungry and out in the middle of nowhere when suddenly we found a diner that was open. We couldn't believe it. We stopped there and got food. I don't remember anything strange about it other than that there was an old man sitting at the counter drinking coffee and not talking. You know, like a stranger would. Well, here's where the weird part comes in. Oh, I see. On the way back, we were going to stop there again, but this time it was earlier in the day and, well, it wasn't there. Like the building was there, but it appeared it was vacant for years and falling apart. My family still talks about this. Well, except my dad, who tries to always explain it away. Were we in a different time somehow?
Okay.
Yeah. What do you think about that?
So not quite a disappearing diner like we had the disappearing insane asylum.
Oh, yeah.
The one where they saw the big tower and then they went to go look at it and it was just gone. This one, the building was still there, but the diner, the business disappeared.
Yeah. I don't know why she mentioned the man at the counter.
Because he was weird. That's the only weird thing about the place.
There was a guy drinking coffee like some kind of freak.
Like somebody out of a David Lynch movie.
And he wasn't talking?
Okay, so the first thing that comes to mind is, are you sure it was the same building? Because
right,
you could have been driving back. I don't know how long ago this was, but if you're using GPS, doesn't necessarily mean it's going to take you the same exact way. Could be. Did they say it was the desert?
They just said west. Like if they're living on the East Coast, anything is west.
Yeah,
so.
It could just be anything. I'm imagining this in the middle of a desert because it makes it more spooky-ish.
I imagine Utah.
So I was just imagining some stretch between California and Texas, which would either be New Mexico or Arizona. Yeah. They could just be coming back a different way. They see a similar looking building and be like, oh, hey, this was the place. And then we don't know how long their vacation was. They could have forgotten.
Man, yeah, that vacation could have lasted a few years.
Yeah. They could have been escaping a situation and been like, all right, it's been 7 years. Our vacation's over. Let's head out. Let's head back.
If the kid was young enough, yeah, you could just lie to kids. So
maybe the food there sucked and your dad didn't want to go back, so he pulled up to some random building and was like, oh no,
kids,
it's just gone.
Huh. Even the wife is like, honey, he's like, no, building seems to be completely deserted.
I gotta go somewhere else. But yeah, the comments have different theories. So let's see.
So comment number 1. One time in Ocean City. Oh no.
Yeah, I don't know
Maryland?
Which one. Should look it up. Hold on.
It's gotta be Maryland. Ocean City?
Ocean City, Maryland? Let's see. Ocean City, MD. Yeah, Maryland. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, hey, folks, in real time, we just found out that MD meant Maryland. So, One time in Ocean City, Maryland, me and two of my friends went into a hippie/spiritual type shop on the boardwalk. Ended up having a super deep and spiritual conversation with the two shop owners. The next day, we were on the boardwalk and wanted to go talk to those people again, but the shop wasn't there. It just wasn't. We walked up and down the boardwalk multiple times looking for the shop and thought we were going crazy, but the shop wasn't there. I'll tell the story until the day I die, and my two friends will tell the story exactly the same. Hey, comment number 1, gonna need to see those friends.
Yeah. Where's your backup here, huh?
Yeah.
We gotta
you
add
can
that.
tell us they'll tell us the same.
We gotta add that to the drinking game. My friends will back me up.
Insistent on cooperation.
Yeah. Okay. There were responses to this comment, but almost every single one of them was like, I'm trying to remember if I've ever seen a shop like that on this specific boardwalk. Apparently a lot of people from Ocean City, Maryland.
A lot of Reddit users over there in Ocean City. Here's what I'll say. If anyone's familiar with like pop-up shops, I can see that totally happening.
Yeah. It's like someone being like, wow, back in October, I went to this cool shop that sold like a bunch of costumes and stuff. I tried going back the next month and it was just gone.
They had a lot of lawn decorations.
It was like Spirit of something. I don't remember.
Well, like, what was it? Apple way back in the day used to do this. They would open up a store for like a week and then pull out. And it was usually just to drive sales in an area and like create hype.
Yeah. So, maybe that's what these hippies were trying to do.
Yeah. Let the hippies sell and run. Capitalism is scary and they know what they're doing.
Yeah, they were hippies. So maybe after a week they were like, this isn't for us.
It's not working out. Can only make so much tie-dye, honey.
Yeah.
Comment number 2. There are so many of these stories, it's become a trope at this point. The diner that was there, then wasn't. There's some in retconned and is retconned
I guess retcon might be a subreddit.
Okay, I see. There's some in retconned and glitch in the matrix, but the simplicity in your telling makes me prone to believe it. A lot of them were written like creative writing 101, and yours is, hey, this happened. Weird, huh? Yes, definitely weird. And sometimes these things, it's like others who experienced it are getting a download of, this isn't odd, carry on, like your dad. And you're just resisting the update. Who is this? Who's writing that?
They're like, I don't believe these stories, but yours. It's like that meme.
The 2 reactions meme?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I included this one because I want to remember r/retcon.
r/retcon. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, to look it up.
So
we, dear listeners, decided that we were going to exclude usernames from our stories and comments, mostly to speed things along, because so often we would struggle to pronounce these. But I'll always make an exception for one Josette22. Josette22 has their own episode on this show. Yeah.
So gonna have to talk about Josette. Comment number 3 from Josette22. Do you have a time frame for this? Do you know when this was commented?
Oh, it was like whenever this came out, so like 4 years ago. 2 years ago? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Making sure it wasn't recent. Okay, so from Gisette22 says, I believe you were in a parallel dimension where the diner was still open and active, which pretty par for the course.
There were responses to this, but they were all just like, just random. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. It's just people making like jokes on this, like, oh no, we popped up in a different dimension, or like when people are like, when they make up a little conversation that doesn't exist to try to add humor to whatever comment was made. So unfortunately, the OP only responded to one comment on this whole thing, and it's this last one here.
Says, man, I've always wanted to go to Midnight Burger.
Yes, a lot of comments were Midnight Burger.
What is Midnight Burger?
Well, go ahead and keep reading.
Okay. The OP responds to this comment and says, "What is this midnight burger everyone is talking about?" It sounds like an infomercial.
Mhm.
What is this midnight burger everyone's raving about? Then the commenter says, "It's a serial podcast about a time and space. Oh, a time and space traveling diner. 10 out of 10 would recommend."
Yeah.
All right.
So I'm guessing a lot of people here were just kind of like, this person listens to that podcast. Like,
Well, shout out to the folks over at Midnight Burger. We don't know you, but,
yeah.
you know, here you go.
This person 10 out of 10 recommends. So hopefully.
Yeah, that's not our rating, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen at your own discretion.
Exactly.
I'll check it out.
Yeah, why not? It sounds fun.
Yeah. Okay. Let's move on to my next story here, where we'll continue our sub theme with "My cat disappeared, then reappeared" from Glitch in the Matrix, posted 5 months ago. All right.
5 months. This does fall into the category of I don't know if we should make a drink out of this, a drink rule, but it's this could have been a blink.
Oh yeah.
It seems like so many stories are just like, yeah, you blinked. Sorry.
Well, let's see. Let's see how this one goes. It's super late at night right now. Take a drink. I went straight to Reddit. I can't sleep and noticed my cat wasn't in bed with me. I went to look for her for bedtime and just could not find her. My apartment is very small and doesn't have any furniture in it right now. I looked in all the cabinets and weird nooks and crannies I could think of. I thought maybe she ran out when I left my apartment briefly 40 minutes ago, but I would have noticed her run by. I tried to lure her out where she was hiding with treats, but nothing. Why is it written like that? Goodness. I started searching everywhere again, tearing apart my bed, which is on the ground at the moment, because she likes to hide under the blankets and pillows. I started getting worried that maybe she was outside the front door in the hallway of my building, but no. She appeared in my bathroom, sitting perfectly still and looking at me very sleepy. There is no place to hide in the bathroom. The cabinets are 1, impossible for her to get into, and 2, slam very loudly when closing. And I checked there and in the closet next to the bathroom 3 times. The apartment is so small, she couldn't have snuck past me either. She just sleepily stared at me, let me pick her up for a second, then immediately ran to eat all the treats. I have no idea where she came out of and how I wouldn't have seen her in the bathroom. I checked 3 times. I'm low-key freaking out. This whole ordeal lasted 10 minutes. Also, have not been drinking or drugs tonight. I'm just awake because I stupidly took a nap in the middle of the day. Okay. It would have been a very long blink there, Mr. R.
Listen, sometimes blinks are called sleeps.
Yeah. They did say they took a nap. So.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, so as someone who owns a cat, plenty of times where I can't find them, right?
Yeah. Cats are stealthy, turns out.
My apartment is full of shit, though. Like, there's plenty of places for them to hide. They like to sleep in the closets. My little cat, he's harder to find if I can't find him. And it's happened a couple of times. The most recent time, I literally could not find him anywhere. I looked everywhere, although I'm pretty sure he was in the closet in this room. I just have so much junk in there. I wasn't going to move it all around to try to find him. But one time I was looking for him and I literally couldn't find him anywhere. And I look under one of the couches again for like the 5th time. And I noticed that it was sagging pretty hard, the little underside of it. And I was like, is this? And I touch it and it's him. I hear the little meow. And I'm like, how the fuck did you get in here? Apparently there's just an open slit. It's just been there. He didn't tear into it or anything. There's just a slit that you can climb into.
Amazing.
And I've found him there a couple of times, but cats can be tricky.
Tricksy little creatures.
Yeah, a lot of the comments on this were people trying to explain, like trying to come up with a theory of where they were. Most people just being like, well, maybe he was behind the shower, or she was behind the shower curtain. Oh, is this a he or she cat? She. Okay. Someone was like behind the toilet, and I assume this person checked. If they don't have any furniture, they must have checked
Right.
all over the place. Let's see. First comment here says, if you check this subreddit, you'll learn that cats can teleport.
Teleport and walk through walls.
Yeah, it's not quite walking through walls, but they can teleport this time. Okay. OP responds with, of course, I should have known. And then continues with, I know cats like to hide a lot, but I just recently moved a lot of stuff out. So when I say there's nowhere for her to go, there's literally nowhere for her to go. This is the first time I couldn't explain it at all. Another commenter here responds to that with, cats tend to slip in and out of reality. Must be something connected with their uncommon brainwaves. All right. Let's see. This second comment here is also pretty wild. So, a lifelong friend of mine had her 20-year-old cat disappear. 2 weeks later, I look over and see her cat walking on top of my kitchen table, then vanish before my eyes. I called her right away and said, I have good news and bad news. Good news is that I found your cat. The bad news is that she's a ghost? What? Oh. I didn't read this comment all the way through. The fuck? Okay.
That is bad news.
Somebody...
Terrible news.
They end it here with true story and ghost emoji, but...
A ghost emoji with its tongue hanging out.
Okay, so when I first read this story, I just read that first part, and I was like, okay, this is going in. Copy pasted it into our document here. There was a follow up to this comment where another commenter was like, well, you can't just leave it there. Did you ever see the cat again? To which this original commenter says no, the cat didn't appear again. And then went on a very long rant about how they have abilities. And that would have just added to the drinking game, but not really anything else to our little thread here.
Yeah.
And then the last comment on this is a normal cat thing. They can access the or r/the cat dimension, which is probably something else we'll have to explore here on this podcast. But yeah. Goofy little story I just decided to include because it kind of fit.
I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah, the last comment from my first story there.
It's perfect.
Okay, well then I guess we'll move on to your last story.
What was the other one? So we have r/cat dimension and r/what?
Retconned.
Retconned. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. My last story, the last story of the episode is called, has anyone dealt with things, quote, going missing in their home? I didn't notice that there was spelled wrong.
Yeah, I left it that way.
This was posted in r/paranormal as of 4 years ago. It is flared as a question, and you can tell by it being a question.
Yeah.
Let's see. I would like to get some feedback before I go into lots of detail behind everything and what has me believing it could be related to something, quote, paranormal. Is this uncommon or common? Maybe I'm looking in the wrong subreddit. Okay. We are talking things of zero value vanished. Silverware, down to almost none. Potato peeler, lots of random cookware. Plant water gauge, etc.
Okay.
Hey, by the way, for anyone listening, etc. as in etc. goes at the end of a comma, not an ellipses. Anyway,
yeah. It's followed by an ellipses preceded by a comma.
Exactly. Yes, and now we know. We are homeowners. No one has access to our home. Exactly. No one has access to our home except my husband and I. No one comes and goes in my home. What? Are y'all prisoners? Are y'all okay?
It's a redundant statement after you.
That's so
ominous.
Just
said no one has access to our home.
Yeah.
You don't know that.
Also, another use of parentheses. Let's see. My husband and I used to joke, quote, "It's the spirit." Now we are literally getting upset. Like, what the fuck?
Okay, so I like they use ellipses 4 separate times, And 3 of those times are completely different numbers of periods.
Of periods, yeah. It's a good time for sure.
Yeah.
So I can explain the silverware, and it's very simple, and it usually comes with like bachelor problems. When I lived alone, this was a kind of an issue for me, and it's that right now I'm looking at my desk right now. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 dishes on my desk and 3 forks. Now, when the time comes, and inevitably my roommate says, "Where did all the fucking forks go?" I'll go, "I don't know." They just disappear. It's crazy.
That's so funny because the first comment on here is
our
house, it's missing forks. Yeah, forks seem to be the thing, right? Now,
yeah.
In my household, we have a dining table that we don't use. We just we eat in the living room. We don't eat in our rooms, and I don't have any room on my desk to eat in here. But so I think that's the only reason why they always end up in the kitchen. But they're always fucking dirty. I never have clean forks when I need them. But in the past, forks have been the issue too. Like, I would go to eat something, no forks. I check the dishwasher, nothing, and I'm like, where the fuck are all these forks going? So,
when we lived in the Springs, I had 2 different rooms that I would leave dishes in. I would often we had a studio that I would often play video games in.
Yeah,
and then I had a bedroom downstairs. So. Yeah.
That explains it there.
Comment number 1 does say, "At our house, it's missing forks. No idea what happens to them, and we never found any." And we have never found any.
Yeah.
The OP responds to this and says, "Same. We have no forks. Have you found anything that has given you insight to what's going on?" And the OC, the commenter responds and says, "We really don't." What? We really?
Yeah, it's a weird way to respond to that.
Don't. My wife has had multiple paranormal things happen to her, but not at our current house. We also joke that it's a ghost. So weird.
God, people have no imagination. It's just ghosts, huh?
Must be a ghost. Or that's like a fallback, right? Like, if they say it's a ghost, it can kind of ease their mind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let's see. Comment number 2. I have things disappear all the time and either return to exactly where I thought I left it or show up in some random place that should not possibly be. Yeah. For instance, my grandmother showing up in the middle of my kitchen years later. Says,
or a ghost cat showing up in the middle.
Walking/teleporting through my bathroom walls.
I would never talk to that friend again if they called me like that.
There are hard limits on things that your friends can say, and that's one of them.
Yeah, your cat is a ghost. I'm like, did I fucking lose my number, dude? Like, what are you talking about?
I'd rather you have said a slur, and this would have been made easier for me.
I would rather you literally just say, my cat teleported into your house and then teleported away, than you being like, they're a ghost. What the fuck?
Okay. This second comment goes on to say, my fiance has been witness to it for the past few years, but it has happened to me most of my life. She did some research and found that, oh boy, fairies sometimes attach to people and hide stuff from them.
Yeah, that's Jenna's problem, isn't it?
Jenna's problem for sure. And at one point, fairies lost you your job. So
yeah, that's true. Oh God. Okay.
Let's see. Comment number 3. Last comment here says, a friend of mine who lived in a haunted house back in the 90s used it to listen to a lot of hard rock. What? Oh, I see. Sorry. Used to listen to a lot of hard rock on cassette. After a while, her tapes started disappearing. She was accusing her brothers of hiding them from her. They completely denied it. Years later, she found her tapes stuffed purposefully into a crevice behind her stereo. Apparently, the elderly... These sentences are so, like, whiplash.
Yeah. They're just so matter of fact, yeah.
yeah, there's no denial to these. Apparently, The elderly female spirit who haunted the place didn't like Led Zeppelin. Lots of strange stories from that house, though. She was a creepy old ghost, so they say.
Yeah, so they say. How do you know it's an old woman? You're just going off of what your friend says?
Maybe there's like a bunch of ghost crochet noodles laying around.
It's this is where Grandma went to.
Yeah. There's one more comment.
Yeah, there's
I'm sorry.
one more comment at the end here.
Let's see. Comment number 4. Okay. I own cats. I am ghost proof. Yeah. I've said something exactly like this before.
Yeah, in the last
OP does
episode.
respond and says, "Damn, I need cats." Another set of fucking parentheses here.
Mm-hmm.
On a serious note, do ghosts stay away from cats? I know nothing, I swear. Never believed in anything paranormal until recently, until all of my forks and spoons and garden supplies went missing. Yeah.
Okay, here's my theory on why your forks are disappearing. Your husband isn't paying attention, and when he goes to like toss whatever remaining food, just fork into
garbage
trash.
disposal. Oh,
Yeah, the garbage disposal would be a lot more noticeable, but
garbage.
Yeah.
Oh, so I've definitely thrown away forks that I have destroyed in a disposal.
And
have
maybe
told
your husband just keeps
no one.
forgetting. He just keeps sliding in. He turns on to disposal. It's just clunk, 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 clunk. And he's like, fuck. And then he's just too lazy to go to the fucking store and replace them. Maybe you're living with a lazy piece of shit. You ever think about that?
Hey, blame your husband.
Yeah. It's more than likely the husband.
Hey, folks, if you're listening out there and your forks are going missing, divorce your husband.
Yeah. Just hire a lawyer. It's going to be more expensive than just getting new forks, but you need forks, man. You can't go...
In the long run, you don't know
like-
how long you're going to be buying new forks.
Yeah. It might cost more to replace all the forks that your husband loses than it would to just hire a lawyer and get rid of that loser. Literally.
Marry the lawyer.
Yeah. Cheat on your
Or
husband with a lawyer and then divorce him.
invest in chopsticks.
Or invest in a cat.
Get some cats, get some chopsticks, find a lawyer, fuck that lawyer, divorce your husband.
Problem solved all around.
What an unhinged thing to say at the end of an episode. Okay. I do have an Ask X, honestly, but I kind of want to look at something else.
Okay.
In the media channel, I have posted.
Ooh.
Yes, so we talked about the diner in the desert.
Yeah.
Well, we assumed it was in the desert.
Yes.
This is a real place that I have been. I love this place. It does exist. I have been inside the building. But X, go ahead and tell me about it, like what you see, what you're experiencing here.
Jackass Joe's. Yeah. From. Okay, is this an image search in Google? Is that what you sent me?
No, it's just a encompassing Google search. It's just the all.
Okay. So the first couple things that pop up here are TripAdvisor, and then a Reddit. I took a picture. So I'm gonna go into Reddit here real quick and see what people have to say. But yeah, it's just a big, ugly green building with a bunch of green font. Like a bunch of green.
Green doesn't cover it. It is like a violent lime green.
Yeah. And there's a bunch of text all over it, all in different fonts. Over the little gas pumps, there's one that says Area Stupid, one that says Twilight Zone, a big one, this is Jackass Joe's in like Letterman font, like
that you would see on the back of a Letterman.
Yeah. Exotic jerky. I do remember you bringing jerky back from this place.
Yes. Yes.
Free samples.
I should say. So I found this place Utah, on accident. Right? Once you get past the mountains over between Colorado and Utah, this is one of the first stops. And you won't know about it other than it being the only building in hundreds of miles.
It seems like it's UFO themed, right? It's called Jackass Joe's, but the green kind of gives alien. The Area Stupid obviously is a reference. Twilight Zone. There's a picture of a cow being lifted by a UFO on the side, and then just like a coach is their mascot, like a guy who looks like a high school coach or something.
Yeah. So if you go into Google Images, you'll see a bunch more stuff that they have just kind of hanging out. There's a lot of fun graffiti happening around the building. They obviously have like firewood cages outside. There's also a van painted to look like the Scooby-Doo mystery machine.
Oh yeah.
Something you can't see in these images that I can't really seem to find it anywhere. They used to have a Lightning McQueen painted car, but the car was like a Kia Sorento, so it didn't really resemble
like
Lightning McQueen. There's an overhead shot that you can find where there's a landing pad for UFOs. Yeah,
I was gonna say it is because I was looking at a different angle, but where the mystery machine is, it literally says Jackass Joe's UFO Jerky. It's a very UFO thing. Is there a reason? Did you ask why it's UFO themed out in the middle of Utah?
All right. If you've ever been out into the desert and you met anybody at all, those folks are believers. Like, unabashedly, two things exist to these people. That's Jesus Christ and fucking aliens. They see them all the time. And I mean, this is no exception. Utah is mostly a, I don't want to say mostly, that's not fair. There's a lot of dry counties in Utah.
Well, yeah, it's a Mormon-run state, so
right.
Yeah.
So they have to have something. They have to have some kind of unique characteristic that fills their time, and this is it. Okay. Jackass Joe's UFO jerky. When they say exotic jerky, I'm going to read off a few here.
Oh yeah.
Rabbit, turtle, lamb, fish jerky, alligator jerky, ostrich jerky, kangaroo jerky, camel, antelope, python, yak, duck, salmon, turkey, wild boar. Not that exotic, but lots of different kinds of jerky. The problem I didn't bring a lot home is because they're $17 a bag.
Jeez.
Okay, and that was 4 years ago.
Yeah, who knows what inflation did to that place?
I also got a soda here that was called Fuckola Cola.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, it tasted like it had dirt in it.
Now you went there with the two talented filmmakers whose names I'm not recalling.
Yes,
but
the Mangan twins, Rachel and Hannah Mangan.
Yeah, did they get anything from here?
They did. Their mom did, I should say. They stayed in the car. It was only their mom and I that went in. That's another thing I'll say. When you get there, the vibe is kind of like you feel threatened. There are signs on the outside of the building. Obviously, there's a lot of them, but one of them says Utah's most scenic bathrooms.
Yeah,
I don't know what that meant because I didn't go in the fucking bathroom. I got in there as fast as possible.
Man, so when I go on road trips, I like to guess which places have the best bathrooms because I don't want to stop in some dungy rest stop, which has only happened to me twice. Only twice have I stopped at a place that I'm like, Jesus Christ. And that's because I was traveling with women who just really had to go at the moment. But most recently in Texas, we were driving back and my partner really had to pee. And so she stopped at the first bathroom, the first stop that popped up. It looked a lot like this, but there was no theme to it. It was just a kind of like an auto shop in the middle of nowhere. That bathroom was disgusting. And there was a sticker in the bathroom for you to like, first off, it was a QR code, so I wasn't going to scan that, but it literally says rate this bathroom. And I'm like, no.
I will not.
The only other time that I've stopped somewhere with questionable bathrooms is I was on a road trip to Florida to go to Disney World with one of my exes. And I will only stop at a Love's or a Flying J when traveling because they're truck stops, and they usually, even if they're gross, their bathrooms are nicer than a lot of other places. But I was like searching through the bathrooms because you could do that on iPhone, on Apple CarPlay or whatever. While you're traveling, you can check to see where the nearest gas stations are. So I pulled up a list. I didn't recognize any of the names. And then I finally came across Murphy USA, and I was like, okay, well, I've seen those before. I'll just pick this one. We stopped there, and the bathroom was disgusting. But not only that, there was a hallway. You walked through a door, and there was a hallway that you had to walk down to get into the actual bathroom. And the men's room and the women's room were parallel to each other. And in the hallway, somebody cut out a glory hole. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh, boy.
I'm like, it's literally right next to the door that everybody walks in through. Who the fuck is going to be using this? But yeah, so a scenic bathroom sounds disturbing. Did you post something else on here?
I did. It's just a more clarifying picture.
Yeah.
There's two things I want you to look in this last photo. On the right, there is a separate building, and this was there when I got there, but I obviously didn't go in. It's very small. It's about the size of a rest stop restroom, right? That you would see on the side of the road. It says Jackass Joe's Roswell Abduction Museum.
Pretty
I
far
want to
from
remind
Roswell, huh?
This is in Utah.
Yeah.
Eastern Utah.
Which is over New Mexico, but like...
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Still, if you want Roswell, go to Roswell.
I've been to the Roswell Alien Museum.
Yeah.
I was in like 3rd grade when I went. It's really cool. And right below that, there is a container, a cage full of firewood that you can purchase, and an ice machine.
Space wood and ice.
Space wood and ice.
There is 3 pictures of a cow being lifted up by a UFO, but over one of them is a banana man.
This is the banana character from what's that video game really popular?
Oh, Fortnite.
Yeah.
We'll have to check this place out. Does that film festival still give you a discount?
Yes, the Film Quest Film Festival does still happen. I believe they just finished their season though. It happens in the fall, like October, November time.
Yeah. We'll have to make something to submit.
Oh, that would be so fun. It does cost to submit because, I mean, they have to go through a lot. But I personally know some people that submit every year that live in Denver. So
oh, nice.
We can see what they're up to.
Yeah.
See if we could join them.
Absolutely. Okay, well, I guess we should end this now.
Oh, you know what? We're doing a show. I was just kind of having a conversation with my good friend.
You know what?
For a minute.
This did go by pretty fast.
Do you want to look at that Ask X?
Sure. Before we go, let's do this one last X, and it's obviously from Ask Reddit. It says, how hard would it be to completely disappear without dying? Nowadays, impossible. Like, geez, I think about it all the time. I'm like, I could just disappear. I listen to like true crime stuff and like mystery stuff all the time, and a lot of it in the 40s all the way up to like the 80s.
I was gonna say like the late 70s.
People just move a town over and are never heard from again, and I'm like, that would be so nice. But we live in the internet age where
everything is hyper surveillanced and surveyed. Sorry,
and you got to use the social security for everything. And I mean, sure, you could fake it. Like I see undocumented people getting by here all the time, and I'm like, man, how do they do it?
Cash.
Yeah. But let's see. How would I do it personally? Move to a different country, I guess.
A completely different country. Probably one like I hesitate to use the phrase third world, but
yeah, like
somewhere where people go missing all the time.
You could move to okay, so I don't know if you remember this. The very first, or one of the very first stories we read on this podcast, a traveler, a guy from Britain teleported to Ushuaia, Argentina, which is the southernmost point of the world, I believe, inhabited point of the world. Just go there. I'm sure no one's going to find you there. The people of Ushuaia might be like, hey, who's this guy? You know? That's another thing, right?
Ask questions.
Yeah. Is people will be like, oh, hey, there's a new person here. Like, who's this person? Mm-hmm. They might ask you about your backstory. What are you going to tell them, right? Like, I'm a creative writer. I can come up with something, but like, I think that's something that most people don't think of.
My name is Robert Shaw. I moved here from Arizona with my father. He's an archaeologist.
Okay, let's see what some of these comments have to say, and then I'm only going to read 3, and then we'll end the show. Let's see. The first one here says, depends on your level of commitment, including your willingness to sever bonds and your discipline to avoid digging up old tracks. Okay. If you can fully commit, you can definitely disappear. That's in quotes. Unless you're famous. No famous person is coming on here to ask this question.
Yeah, what? Who's checking Reddit? Nicolas Cage is like, I'm kind of tired of this.
Yeah. So someone responded to that with, wouldn't it be hard? The world is so much bigger than we think. See, okay, I think I could easily disappear if I just like move to China. No one's going to come follow me there, right? But then you're like a foreigner in China, right? You got to stand out like a sore thumb.
A very noticeable foreigner.
So like you could be disappearing from the people in your past, but you're like going to be the center of attention to wherever you move to, right? People are going to notice. They're going to, we're in America. People are going to notice an American walking around China being like, huh, this was the right choice, huh? Let's see. Another user here says, call the vacuum guy on a burner and tell him I need a dust filter for a Hoover Max Extract 60 Pressure Pro. I'm guessing this is a reference to something.
I don't get it.
And then someone else here says, not hard, just go into a very dark room. To which COP says, I am mad at this point, or I am mad at the noise I made because of this. You win.
What was the noise, do you think? Like a...
It was a...
Ugh.
Well, yeah, let's end the show.
That is going to have to do it for this disappearing themed episode. I'd like to say thank you, first of all, to Dale Spalding and Ender Music for our intro, but also thank you for listening. If you have any suggestions for spooky subreddits, websites, or just a story you'd like us to read from, go ahead and drop those suggestions in the comments, or you can send them to us directly for our show at PONDPOD on Reddit.
Yeah. And if you're enjoying the show, you can do a couple things for us, such as leave a 5-star review on whatever platform you listen to or listen on. You can tell a friend, and you can check out some of the other shows that we're doing, such as Sequel Factory, where we watch a movie and then pitch an idea for a sequel that nobody asked for with our good friend Jet Cuso of YouTube fame. You can catch Mr. R and Mr. E on the Dirty 22 as well for some D&D fun. And we've been a Paranormal Dudes, ever in need of stories to intrigue, perplex, maybe even frighten. So remember, if you can't explain it, it was Jackass Joe's. And until next time, stay tuned and eat some jerky.
Hey, yeah. We had two suggestions in this episode. I can't remember the other podcast. Teleporting Burger Shop or something?
The Midnight Burger.
Midnight Burger.
We had 3 suggestions. We also suggested getting a cat, so...
Oh, right. And a lawyer. Damn, we're expensive.
Dang, yeah. We're costing people money. Well, bye.
Bye.